Welcome back to the battle in the 740. I'm Julian Jackson alongside Seth Donahoe, bringing you this next basketball matchup between Worthington Christian Warriors and the Portsmouth Notre Dame Titans. And Seth, we're looking forward to a great basketball matchup here in this second contest of this showcase. And what I will say right now, as we are here inside of the Waller Gymnasium at Shawnee State University in Portsmouth, Titans playing as the home team today, and we'll hear more from them at halftime as we had an interview with Coach Matt Payton earlier on this week. Our internet got kicked out earlier on when the kids were, or when some of the athletes were grabbing their food back here. So we're all back up and running now and happy to have you here for this next broadcast. We're about to tip off, and Seth, we're looking at some really good athletes here and some crazy numbers.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to go ahead and start here with Worthington Christian. I mean, they have a tough schedule ahead of them, honestly. I mean, this matchup against Notre Dame Portsmouth, they got the likes of Bishop Watterson, Berlin Highland, Mechanicsburg, and Granville. All those games are going to be setting them up to try and get a trip back here to the district final. Now on the other end, Portsmouth Notre Dame, they have had a strong past 8 seasons, winning 8 consecutive 20 or more win, or having 8 consecutive 20 or more win seasons and 13 straight sectional championships. So 2 good teams here. Expect a lot of athleticism, a lot of physicality, and I think we're going to be in for a good one here, Julian.
And the Warriors starting off hot early in this one with the basket from Jamie Custer. And on the other side, it's Annabelle Ball coming down. It's tied up with 7:30 to play in the first. It's 2-2. Immediately off the tip-off, it was Jamie Custer on the basket on one side, and then Portsmouth Notre Dame came down and immediately drew to the basket with Ball getting the bucket.
And we've seen in that first game some missed shots, even later on in the game, or even on make shots. Teams trying to push the ball up the floor fast. I think we're going to see the exact same thing here with these 2 squads.
Moving around deep on the perimeter, and Portsmouth Notre Dame with the Titans not letting anyone inside, but now we get, that's Brooke Winfrey who was battling deep, and a shot up from Jamie Custer won't fall. And these are some of your players to watch here. Jamie Custer, that's number 5. Jamie Custer just puts down another bucket. And another senior in Natalie Woodfin. She's wearing number 10. So that's, Woodfin's more of a dribble, pass, shoot, they can do it all type deal.
Yeah, and look for these seniors to emphasize the core values for this team. As Coach Aaron Davis said, hard work, togetherness, toughness, and energy. That's what makes this team who they are. Expect those seniors to continue to fill out those core roles. Make sure their teammates are following that as well.
And Gracie Ashley's bucket with the right hand won't fall from the left side of the basket, but instead it's Katie Strickland picking up her teammate. These are 2 players you need to watch. These are 3-year starters in Gracie Ashley and Katie Strickland. Strickland standing at 6 foot and Ashley at 5'11".
Yeah, those 2 tall girls down low, expect them to be used a lot on the inside. And it goes back to what we were saying in the first game. Second chance points may be a big thing that plays a factor in this game.
You want your bigs down low playing big, and a lot of experience in 3-year starters. As you mentioned earlier, this team is on 8 back-to-back 20 or more win seasons and 13 straight sectional championships. So there's a lot to look forward in this contest as we're all tied up with just a couple minutes into the game.
Yeah, I mean, the Lady Titans have won 11 of the last 12 SOC championships, while currently coming into the season on a 118 conference game winning streak. So again, to what we were saying, the Titans here of Notre Dame, they've got the experience, they've got the skills to be able to especially make a late playoff push.
And Bree Hicks' drive and attempt for the basket is blocked, but looks like Winfrey caught a part of the body, so she's going to pick up her first foul in this contest. And Hicks at the line shooting 2.
And one thing I had found out in between games, Julian, we were a little confused to why they were resetting fouls after each quarter. That is what they do now, both boys and girls. Allowed 5 fouls per quarter. At that 5th foul, then it becomes a double bonus. Fouls reset after each quarter.
Okay, all right. So
we learn something new every day.
Well, it's not like the players get more fouls themselves, but as a team, you can kind of bail yourself out. Fresh start to each quarter. 3-point bucket's a splash, and that's putting it down is Mandy Custer. And I don't know if we ended up getting to the relation there, but I'd have to say sisters. We'll get confirmation for you after the quarter. But Mandy Custer with a 3.
Yeah, the 2 Custer girls off to scoring. And a fast start here for the Warriors of Worthington Christian.
It's nothing but Custer out here. Nothing but Custer from the Worthington Christian Warriors right now. You see Mandy with a sweet split standing on that line, but that was the collegiate line, so well behind the high school three-point.
Again, these girls, when they're able to shoot, they'll shoot with confidence. Once they see that ball go in the basket a couple times, that only helps you that much more.
Takeaway here falls in the arms of Jamie Custer. Custer moves to her right, looking for a drive deep, and looks like lost control of the ball and just threw it up, and it didn't get anywhere near the basket.
Yeah, that's good help defense there by Notre Dame as the defender was able to poke it away. A good no call there by the ref. No foul called, no travel, anything like that. Just a good defensive possession.
Senior Annabelle Ball, that's another one for her, another one for this team, and Notre Dame and the Titans. She's fouled, going to the line now to shoot two. They said she's a defensive just weapon for this team. But right now, we're seeing her at the line for the second time.
That foul is going to go actually on Isabel Rogers, number 22 for Worthington Christian. Picks up her first.
Ball makes the first of two free throws. And misses the second, but offensive rebound, putting it back up, and it won't fall this time after a great shot attempt from Gracie Ashley. And now she's fouled. She's going to go to the line to shoot two.
And Brooke Winfrey, a good defense there. Looks like I think they're going to call that foul because she came down. She did have all contact. She did have contact with the ball, but you come down on a defender like that, that's going to be a foul every time.
Well, you're going to see a problem here for Worthington Christian. Now, they have some girls with some height on that team, but right now it just seems that even without boxing out, that Gracie Ashley and Katie Strickland are going to take the edge here, both sitting in that 6-foot range.
Yeah, and that especially hurts Worthington Christian as Brooke Winfrey picking up her second foul. One of the taller girls on that team has to take a seat here halfway through this first quarter.
Jamie Custer looking really smooth with the basketball, a lot of crossovers, just looking for a lane. She finds one. That's a smooth way to go.
Nice ball handling there by Custer, able to get by the defender. That lane was wide open after that.
And stopping ball right at half court there was Ella Kirby, the senior. Yes.
Jamie Custer with 6 points here to start in this opening quarter.
Gracie Ashley battling down underneath, gets around defender, and that's another two.
Good post work there by Gracie Ashley. Patient, able to use the spin move and have a nice look down low.
Christian looking deep. And there's one person on that roster. We're going to have to figure out who that is from Christian. It's number 23. I'm not seeing a good number for her. It could very well be the freshman Palin Ray.
We will look into that here and get that answered as soon as possible as Natalie Woodfin knocks down the three.
Natalie Woodfin, she can break out everywhere, like Coach said. She can pass, shoot, and dribble. The lead now is 4 for the Warriors over the Titans with about 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. And almost nearly a backcourt violation. But instead, the Titans were able to save it. Ball knocked out of bounds.
Look at this last three here by Woodfin. Has the space, decides to pull up, and knocks it down.
Annabelle Ball controlling it. Gracie Ashley back to ball on the inside. And Ball can't fall. It's out of bounds, and the Warriors will take over.
It's like Annabelle Ball is going to pick up that foul. That'll be her first here of the quarter.
Custer into Custer, a little Custer connection there on the inbound pass from Mandy to Jamie. And Woodfin now just searching around. Jamie back with the ball.
Notre Dame here in a 2-3 zone.
A lot of great movement here from each one of these teams. Jamie Custer now finding her way and by the free throw line misses this shot. And a little non-intentional contact, battling for the ball. And this foul is going to be on Natalie Woodfin. She's going to be her first.
Yeah, trying to get that loose ball off of the miss, but Woodfin ends up reaching inside, knocking her down. Yeah, she'll pick up her first foul.
And they've got a nice little half-court press thing going right now with the Warriors. In some smooth Jordan-branded jerseys. As I just realized with the Jumpman logo, and it's Katie Strickland for 2.
At Worthington Christian, you got to be able to box out.
Woodfin, deep 3. Won't go. Good rebound there on the inside, Gracie Ashley, and they're going to call this a jump ball, though. And luckily, the Titans will take over and move down to the other side.
Nice take there by Ashley, absorbing the contact, almost kind of gets it to fall, but Katie Strickland in the right place at the right time, cleans up the board, and second chance
and
points.
It's that extra size and length that Strickland and Ashley have at 6 foot and 5'11" that's allowing for them just to put their hands up and grab those rebounds. And that's something that you're going to really have to, I'm sure that during this timeout, if I had to guess what Coach Davis is telling them, guys, we got to put body on body. We've got to box these girls out. You can't let a manhandle you down there just because they're a little taller. They play with a lot of speed. They play with a lot of passion. They play with some grit and some toughness, as you said in the interview earlier this week, but they've got to be able to see that come and actually play out on this floor. These are 2 really good teams that are battling today in the battle of the 7-4-0 down here at Shawnee State, and you just want to see that come to fruition. Now, they're leading by 2, so you could say that I'm crazy.
No, I think you're exactly right, Julian. In a game like this, with 2 teams like this, you're going to see both teams bring out the potential in each other. We're going to see some players. We've already seen Jamie Custer. She's taken on a large role here to begin this game. We're expect to see her to continue to put a emphasis and her mark on this game. But Coach Aaron Davis, a Shawnee State alum here, now coaching for Worthington Christian. He's got a good understanding of the game, a great understanding of the game, know what it's like to play at that next level, and having that kind of experience only benefits you that much more.
Of course. We'll see what we have here with 1:46 remaining in the first quarter.
As you see Coach Aaron Davis there again here at Shawnee State University, where he is an alum. So that's pretty cool to be able to come back to your old stomping grounds.
He said that he was excited to see what kind of changes are going on. He's pretty busy up there north of Columbus and Worthington, coaching this good basketball team. And, it's always nice to come back to the old stomping grounds every now and again. Deep 3-pointer. Won't fall this time for Isabel Rogers.
A good job there by Natalie Woodfin tracking down that offensive rebound. That's 2 or 3 times we've seen her try to make an impact on the rebounding end.
Custer, great no-look pass, and this 3 won't fall this time. I believe that's Palin Ray. I'll get confirmation here in about 1 minute as I go down to the scorer's table. But you're looking at good basketball, and look at Gracie Ashley. And Gracie Ashley is the one who distributed that ball out to the perimeter and then goes back down to get 2 points herself. That's like a give and go from a distance. It's like a fly and go.
Yeah, that worked out extremely well there for Ashley.
Being in the right place at the right time is kind of the reason and rhyme of these games. And if you can get there, position yourself, you realize in the mechanics and the fundamentals of basketball, when you have a long shot, it's usually going to be a long rebound. But Gracie Ashley's her footwork to be able to make it from the top of the perimeter, pass that ball out to the 3-point line, and then work back down to the paint for a bucket, that's incredible.
Yeah, obviously she's one of the key playmakers that they have on this squad. I'm sure that they got a lot of sets set up around her. As you said, basically a fly and go from the other side of the court. Any way that they can get it in the basket, I'm sure that they're going to get it in her hands.
Well, and I haven't talked to Coach Payton myself, but I would guess that Gracie Ashley and Katie Strickland both have some college looks coming their way. If they're not already committed, I know that they will be. Because these two, they're just going to be a force to be reckoned with. Their size is too much to handle, I think, for any just one team.
Yeah, able to get those, again, dominate the inside, those offensive rebounds, second chance points. That plays a key factor into kind of taking away some momentum from the other squad.
Ella Kirby for 3. And the rebound, Gracie Ashley for 2. It's the end of the first quarter, and guess what? The Notre Dame Titans have taken the lead. It's 14-12 after the first. You're watching Yamo Sports Battle in the 7-4-0 here at Shawnee State University.
going to the Baconator. We're putting it...
pretzel bun? On the Baconator. Catherine, you seeing this?
Posters everywhere.
What?
The Baconator you love with a new pretzel twist. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new Pretzel Baconator.
Football there. Football there. Football everywhere! What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
Huh. Okay, what if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he couldn't stop his body like a human, so he ends up trampling him, and then he's like, oh no! And he tries to go back, and he tramples him some more, and he's like, I'm so sorry, I'm a buffalo. I don't know my strength compared to you.
Wait, what?
Come on, ref! Let the boys play!
Welcome back to the battle in the 7-4-0 with Yamo Sports here at Shawnee State University's Waller Gymnasium. It is 14-12. And 14-12 right now as Worthington Christian and the Warriors trail Notre Dame, the local team playing in this one out of Portsmouth, and the Titans by 2. Ball in the hands of Jamie Custer. And we did get an update on the roster. Now we know who number 23 is. It is Palin Ray. Like we thought, she is a freshman. And coaches said we need to look out for her because she's here to make an impact.
And it's always good to have a player like that on your team, a freshman who can potentially step in early in the season and make an impact for the squad. And only you're getting that much more experience as your high school career progresses. It's a good start for her in her high school career.
And the Titans doing their best to navigate through this defense of the Worthington Christian Warriors. And they've got great ball movement from Ella Kirby all the way through to their bigs in Strickland and Ashley. And it's Gracie Ashley making her way into the paint. She's going to dump it off this time to Kaylin Darden.
7 of the team's 14 points in that first quarter for Gracie Ashley.
Gracie Ashley, it's never too early to start nominating those solid brick players of the game, and it's Kirby for 3! Ella Kirby, the senior. And coach said she's the best shooter on this squad. Take a look.
Beautiful ball movement here, able to get Kirby open, and Julian, one of the best shooters here for Portsmouth Notre Dame, as she has a great three-point shooting percentage.
What's her three-point shooting percentage, Seth?
Well, what is 520 divided by 600?
Oh, that's right. You know, that's a fun fact for you. They said she trains with Coach Jim Collins, and at one point was set up to shoot 600 different three-pointers. She made 520. That's well over 90%, right? Or is that 88%? I think it's 90% because 500 of, we're not going to do math for you right here. That's not why I'm here.
I like to commentate, Julian. I don't like to add.
We're not here for math. As Jamie Custer's shots just off the mark. Ball back into the hands of Kirby. It's 17-12 with under 6 to play here in the second at Shawnee State University in the battle of the 7-4-0. This is the second game in our matchup. We also have second game in our slate of games today. The next one will be Fairland versus Reynoldsburg. And we'll hear about how those coaches prepared for this and how excited they are for the season as Gracie Ashley goes up for another 2.
Great physical finish there by Ashley. Puts the ball on the floor, absorbs that contact, and puts it up with some strength.
Jamie Custer driving to the basket, but that ball was knocked away and through and out of the hands of Katie Strickland. So the Warriors will retain possession. Custer kind of calling her shots here, trying to figure out where to go with the ball. Probably used up every bit of that 3, maybe 4 seconds, and had to throw an ill-advised pass that goes right over the head of Natalie Woodfin. Now back to the Titans.
Yeah, good defense there. Out-of-bounds defense there by the Titans. Able to deny that pressure, cause a turnover, and all of a sudden, we're going the other way.
It's a big pass over the head there, Kaylin Darden. That was pretty risky, but it paid off.
Dropped it right in the breadbasket for ball.
And defensively, they're playing a man, it's a 2-3, but they've got Ashley playing up really deep into, really high up there. using all your elbows of the floor, doing the best you can on this court. And Strickland's going to the line. She'll shoot 2 now after the foul.
Yeah, that foul is going to go against Jamie Custer. We seen Worthington Christian, as you mentioned, look like they dropped back there into a 2-3 zone with the likes of Gracie Ashley and Katie Strickland down low. Like to have that kind of defense to prevent any kind of interior scoring that they can. Obviously, you leave somebody like Kirby on the outside that they're going to have to pay attention to when they shoot that 3, as there's a turnover here by the Warriors.
Another ball just a little too strong over the head. That ball didn't need so much thrust on it. Jamie Custer really sent it over the head of Woodfin. Again, Woodfin's probably standing at 5'5". I don't have all the numbers on how tall they are. Matter of fact, yep, I do. Yeah, Natalie Woodfin's 5'4". Custer's 5'6". So,
well, it's a good job by Custer to get that ball and try and get it moving up the floor as fast as they can. Notre Dame was not back and was not ready for how quick that ball was moving up the floor.
And this 3-point shot attempt by Annabelle Ball's just off the mark. Jamie Custer making her way up the floor. She's got Woodfin out in front. What's she going to do with it? She keeps it herself for 2. Right-handed layup from the left side, making it look smooth.
Yeah, you had Brooke Winfrey running right down the lane, of the other side. They had the numbers, and they were able to capitalize.
Let's see what Kirby can do here this time to Darden. Darden now swallowed up in defense. They're going to have to reset. Ella Kirby. Also wearing the nice pink shoes. I feel like we saw Bratton wearing the pink shoes, and a lot of the players from the Titans are all in these pink shoes. They're really nice. Can't miss them on the floor. Darden for 3. And it won't go. Strickland battling for the rebound. She's got it, and they're going to call her for a travel.
Yeah, but unfortunate timing right there for Strickland, as got the ball as she was falling down. Worthington Christian, last couple of possessions here with this 2-3 defense. Looks like it's starting to work a little bit, Notre Dame, obviously, if they want to keep continuing to get the ball to Gracie Ashley and Katie Strickland, they're going to have to make some adjustments here. But we see Notre Dame, they've been in this 2-3 all along so far this game.
Well, it's now a 10-2 run for the Titans over the Warriors of Worthington Christian, as at one point in this game it was 12-10. So just here in the second quarter, now the Titans able to move around as Kirby falls all over the ball. In possession, and coach is able to call a timeout. They're going to roll 30 seconds here for a quick breather and a quick chat.
Yeah, I think in this second quarter so far, Julian, we've seen some intensity pick up for both squads. The tempo has picked up some more. As you'd mentioned, a run here for Notre Dame. But you got to continue to, play smart. Don't play recklessly. I know that you want to try and keep that tempo up, keep the defenders on their heels, but you got to make sure, as we've seen Jamie Custer, as we see those pink shoes there that you'd been talking
Some really
about.
Pretty pink shoes. Hey, they're all uniform. Everybody's all as one. In a school like that, in a program like that, for what they're able to do, they can pay for those pink shoes all day long. And all the kids sneakerheads nowadays, they got all the nice stuff. But those, you're like, hey, we're just going to play the game in these.
Exactly.
You think I could sport the pink, Seth?
What's that?
You think I could rock the pink?
I think you could rock it better than I could.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate that. Doesn't say in that. I like how you didn't really answer the question. Rock it better than you, but can I look good in it? I don't know. All right. We don't care. Back to the battle of the 7-4-0.
I'll go ahead and plead the fifth there.
Kirby with the ball, looking out inside. And right now, Gracie Ashley against 3 defenders, up and good. She's making it look easy. Everyone's hands up around. Good defense, but battling. No way you can stop it. You can only hope to contain it. And Strickland is sitting down on the bench right now, taking a breather. This ball knocked away by Ashley. Gracie Ashley's all over the place as Jamie Custer's 3-point shot attempt just off the mark. Turnover for the Worthington Christian Warriors. Titans will take over. Gracie Ashley will pass this ball in to either Darden or to Ball. Back to Ashley, to Darden. And this press could hurt a little bit. Let's see if they can break it. And Jamie Custer sends that ball flying into the scorer's table.
Good job there by the Warriors, keeping your hands active. Pure ball right there. Nice little pump fake overhead.
With the way that Custer threw that baseball pass over Woodfin said earlier, I'm guessing she's got to be a heck of a softball player too. And has got jumps, has got hops. Threw that ball right out. Maybe she plays volleyball too. Volleyball, basketball, softball.
It's possibly. We see, we've seen her so far in this first half as Darden misses that layup. She's been kind of all over the floor. She's quick. She's physical. She's definitely the athlete that, she's showing so far in this first half.
And a fortunate pass saving the ball from going out of bounds is Jamie Custer. Now Woodfin working on a Darden. And she's fouled in the act of shooting. Woodfin's going to the line to shoot 2. As they trail 8 with 2 minutes to go in the first.
Foul's going to go on 24, Kaylin Darden. That's going to be her first. It's Woodfin going to the line for 2.
And Woodfin's first is just short of the rim. She'll get it together this time around. She's not going to have too much time to let those legs rest in this contest, I wouldn't think.
And we see the roster depth. Again, we talked about this in the last game. Portsmouth Notre Dame, they come in here with 12, 13, 14 deep on their bench that they can go to. Worthington Christian, about 9 on their roster that they like to rotate through.
And Woodfin will miss both here. That's going to hurt moving forward. And Kaylin Darden coming up after taking a quick tumble, and she will get a little assistance getting off the court. We hope she's okay.
Able to walk off under her own power. Hopefully nothing too serious, but that's one thing I don't miss about playing basketball, Julian, is the injuries. Well, I'm at 27 years old and I still get injuries.
Well, that's why I try not to move too much. Golf has really become a sport for me, but outside of that, you look at these tournaments, these in-season tournaments or showcases rather, and you think to yourself, is it really worth it? Well, it is worth it in the long run, but, if you see yourself get a little dinged up or a little injury here or there, it's not something you want moving forward. It's a very long season. You got 5+ months of basketball to play, and you need everything you can getting ready for tournament in March.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is something that you kind of think about back and forth. But I think coming into a showcase like this, these teams aren't gonna try anything different that they're not going to have as their game plan throughout the entire season. They're going to try and come in here to these games, to these showcases, and try and win the thing.
Everyone's always here to win, and I don't know who said it. It could have been Coach Payton, but there was an interview with Gracie Ashley for another 2-point bucket. The lead is now 10 for the Titans of Notre Dame in Portsmouth. Jamie Custer finds somebody. Great movement of the ball. Top of the paint. Top of the key. Woodfin to Custer. Custer, 3. And this one's off the backboard. And battling back for the ball to get her own rebound was Custer. And there's a foul. Okay, and they're going to call that.
Foul's going to go.
Is that Ella Kirby?
No, that is going to go on Gracie Ashley. That's going to be her first foul.
Someone you don't want to get in foul trouble. Jamie Custer navigating through traffic to get that ball, but that shot will not fall.
Jamie Custer doing a good job, even though she's not getting those shots to fall. She's one of the first ones right there to try and get her own miss.
Three-pointer, Bree Hicks is off the mark. Woodfin got 2 defenders out in front. Great movement. And a very smart move by freshman Palin Ray to pull this ball out. Let's see, it's 24, 25, 26. Yeah, freshmen. They've got 3 freshmen on this roster, and Lexi Hooley, Lexi Hooley at 24, Allie Davis wearing number 32, and then Palin Ray wearing number 23. And they, you could say they're all in the rotation.
Yeah, and again, Coach Aaron Davis, again, this goes back to only having 9 players on your bench. You like to have some players like that, get some experience, get some playing time, because you're not only playing for now, you're also playing for the future as well.
All the learning experience counts. 2 seconds ticks down. This shot will not fall for Annabelle Ball. And at the half, it's 24-14. The Notre Dame Portsmouth Titans leading the Worthington Christian Warriors. And at this time, we're going to send you to an interview with the Portsmouth head coach, Matt Payton, to see what he had to say about this matchup today.
Adam Dell here with Yamo Sports, joined by Coach Matt Payton from Portsmouth Notre Dame, getting set for a big matchup this weekend in the battle in the 7-4-0 against Worthington Christian. Coach, tell us a little bit about your team coming into this season so far.
We're pretty blessed to have an experienced team. We have 6 seniors back. 3 of the 6 were starters last year, with our other being a 6th man. But now C stepped into a starting role, so I start 4 seniors and a junior. My other 2 seniors are very big parts of the team, and it's been a really big joy to have in practice. A lot of upperclassmen, a lot of just, they pick up things a lot quicker. They've been in the program for 4 years now. Things just seem to come a lot easier, implementing things and whatnot. So this is the biggest senior class we've had since I've been there. So it's a pretty special group. We have some good young underclassmen coming up too as well.
And your team had a lot of success last year, making it to the Elite 8 in the OHSAA tournament. How much experience does the upperclassmen get from that, and how does it help the younger players on your team moving forward?
We went all the way to the Elite 8, had a really special run, ran to Berlin Highland in the Elite 8, which they have a historic group as well. But we had three of the 5 starters. Four of the main seniors played a lot. So we got a lot of experience with that back. Gracie Ashley is one of our leading scorers. He's just kind of a little bit do it everything. Around 5'11", she can shoot outside. She finishes well around the rim. She rebounds well. I also have Katie Strickland, who's 6 foot in the middle. And those are 3-year starters, with them also getting time as freshmen. And Katie's probably the best communicator on the team. She's always there getting everybody where they need to be. Great talker on the floor. Then we have Ella Kirby, who's a 3-year starter, and she might be one of the best shooters I've ever coached. She does some workouts with Jim Clayton, and I know she'll go and shoot 600 threes and make 520 of them.
Sheesh.
Yeah, she can get really hot. So she puts in a lot of work. And then our last starter, who was our 6th man the past 2 years, is Annabelle Ball, and she came in a lot as point guard. She's my floor general. She gets everybody where they need to get to. Very good at just being a good leader on the court. She brings great energy defensively, gets after it, and like I said, she just really does a great job facilitating. That's one of the aspects I've really been impressed with. But we've only had 1 game so far, but she does a great job getting us all in our offense.
Yep. Well, it's a lot of great experience, and it sounds like you have your team in command. It looks like you're going to be playing for some big games later in the season. How does playing in an event like this at this point in the season do to prepare you for those big moments later on?
These type of events are great because it gets us ready for like a tournament-like atmosphere. You're at a neutral court, 94-foot court. You're playing against a quality opponent. Somebody from we're playing somebody from a bigger city, so you have different talent, different skill levels. Watching them on film, I've been very impressed with their speed. They like to get up and down the court. They like to press a little bit. So it'll be a good challenge for us. And we always love challenges. We travel all over, try to play in different parts of the state in preseason. But it's always nice to have these events in season because it really challenges us. And it kind of is a nice measuring stick for where we're at and where we need to grow from.
Coach Payton, thank you so much. Your team will be playing in the battle in the 740 this weekend. All games available to watch live on YamoMedia.com, as well as a Yamo Media app available on Android and Apple devices. Coach, thank you so much. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you, Adam. Look forward to seeing you.
Yep.
You'll never guess what we're doing to the Baconator. We're putting it...
pretzel bun? On the Baconator. Catherine, you seeing this?
Posters everywhere.
What?
The Baconator you love with a new pretzel twist. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new pretzel Baconator.
Football there. Football there. Football everywhere! What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
Huh. Okay, what if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he couldn't stop his body like a human, so he ends up trampling him, and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back, and he tramples him some more, and he's like, I'm so sorry, I'm a buffalo. I don't know my strength compared to you.
Wait, what?
Come on, ref, let the boys play.
At the Ohio High School Athletic Association, our student athletes are going pro at being
coachable,
a good student,
responsible,
dependable,
respectful.
I'm going pro at being
a good student, a good student,
a good teammate,
responsible.
I'm going pro at being
coachable,
a good student,
dependable, a good teammate,
representing my school.
I'm going pro at being
a good student,
a good student,
responsible.
Let's go pro at respecting the game.
Respect 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 the game.
Hi, I'm Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. For more than 115 years, the OHSAA has promoted school sports as an important part of the student's educational experience. Interscholastic athletics teach participants lifelong lessons of hard work, teamwork, and self-discipline, along with sportsmanship, integrity, getting along with others, and overcoming adversity. One thing the pandemic has taught us is that being on a team with our friends is more important than ever before. So as you continue your journey in athletics, remember the importance of also working hard in the classroom. Always give your best, never give up, and have fun while you're doing it. As an Ohio native and former athlete who learned these same lessons myself, I encourage our young people to focus on your academics so that you can continue the privilege of participating on your team. After all, the lessons that school sports teach us today will prepare you for the wins and losses in life tomorrow. Education is the key to life's successes. sports as an important part of the student's educational experience. Interscholastic athletics teach participants lifelong lessons of hard work, teamwork, and self-discipline, along with sportsmanship, integrity, getting along with others, and overcoming adversity. One thing the pandemic has taught us is that being on a team with our friends is more important than ever before. So as you continue your journey in athletics, remember the importance of also working hard. best, never give up, and have fun while you're doing it. As an Ohio native and former athlete who learned these
The recruiting process is rapidly evolving and has never been more complicated than it is today. On Top Consulting is an organization ran by college coaches who have created a business built around educating families on the details of the recruiting process and teaching student athletes how to put themselves in the best position. On Sunday, January 7th at 8 p.m., OTC is teaming up with the Brick League, Midwest Hoops, and IBT Academy to hold the first of many recruitment seminars. That first seminar will cost $40 per family and is held via Zoom. For signing up, you'll get a 25% discount code for any future services used with On Top Consulting. For more information on their consulting, you can go to their website at ontopconsulting.net and register for the event and click their Instagram bio at _ontopconsulting. We hope to see you there. All right, now back in the second quarter with 7:34 to play, and the lead is still 24-14 for the Titans of Notre Dame here in Portsmouth as they're taking on Worthington Christian and the Warriors. And that's Emily Woodfin putting down the second of 2 free throw attempts. This is Julian Jackson here with Seth Donahoe at Shawnee State University's Waller Gymnasium, bringing you the battle in the 7-4-0. Seth, a great first half, and it seemed like Worthington Christian kind of had the upper hand there for just a little while before the Titans were able to go on a 10-2 run. What are we looking at?
Yeah, right now, Natalie Woodfin knocking down the one of 2 free throws to start off this first quarter, or the third quarter, as Bree Hicks picked up the foul. Yeah, you'd mentioned it seemed like, I can't believe we're already in the second half, Julian, because it seems like that first half just flew by. But that's what we see out of teams like these two. They don't make too many mistakes. They don't foul too often or anything like that. Both teams playing physical, playing aggressive, and not forcing anything. Right now, Worthington Christian on the losing end, down by 9. But they have looked good, just haven't gotten some shots to fall so far.
Interested to see what kind of halftime adjustments Coach Davis was able to make. The Shawnee State alum, as Woodfin for 3 is off the mark. I'm not sure if she even tipped rim there. So the Titans back in control. And this time, it's Annabelle Ball bringing the ball up the floor against Woodfin.
And here, look at Woodfin. I mean, we've been seeing this all game. One of the more active players here on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball, along with her co-teammate and her co-guard up there, Jamie Custer, who just knocked that one out of bounds.
Getting her hands on the ball again. She's very active defensively, and these are the 2 players who Coach talked about earlier in the week, saying, if we want to talk about quote-unquote players to watch, these are going to be your 2 great senior leaders who are returning starters this year.
And there we go. That's great defense there by Brooke Winfrey, as Katie Strickland is going to pick up a foul. Brooke Winfrey picking up 2 fouls in the first couple minutes of that first quarter. Came back in there in the second quarter, and so far right there on that drive, doing a great job of keeping her hands up and disrupting the shot, causing a missed shot.
That's what they're going to have to see more of in these Warriors, is getting after the Titans and getting after their bigs. If you can get Strickland or Ashley in foul trouble, that's going to clear up those lanes defensively. And then also offensively, you're not going to have any bigs down there to contest your shot. So we could see a lot more opportunities in the paint for the Warriors if Strickland and Ashley get into foul trouble. We'll have to see. A lot of game left, under 6 minutes to play, and the Warriors struggling to find an end to the bucket. This ball tipped. They're going to say it was last off of Isabel Rogers. Titans take over.
Yeah, and that's good job there. That's what we've noticed out of Portsmouth Notre Dame here, and to why they've had success. Oh, wow, great hands there by Jamie Custer. She gets a steal and a basket the other way. But for Portsmouth Notre Dame, they do a pretty good job taking care of the ball. You see them right here in transition, trying to find their 2 stars and who've been a key factor in this game so far, Gracie Ashley and Katie Strickland.
And that's where Ella Kirby's going to pick back up on this, and their defense really playing tight. Rolled into a double team there, but Kirby able to get it away. And this time, they're going to be called for a travel turnover.
It looks like we're going to get a foul here.
Would you look at that?
Foul is going to go against Jamie Custer.
Jamie Custer is everywhere, getting a little handsy, and that came out to bite her.
Only her second foul, but that's not going to stop her from being the kind of player she is, as we just seen right there, her poke that ball away again.
She likes to do it. She's capable of doing it. She's just got to be careful not to get into foul trouble. She gets the rebound, rushes that ball down the floor. And this pass over the hands, well, and they were able to save it this time, so not so bad, but that pass a little high from Custer once again. Woodfin now in control of the ball, looking inside. Jamie Custer, 3-point. Bang, and she's got it. Jamie Custer for a 3. That's going to help them get back in this lead. Cut to 4 now, Seth.
And that's one thing that they've been looking to do. Notre Dame has been in a 2-3 defense this whole game. Right there, the pressure by Worthington Christian causes that over and back turnover. But right here by Worthington Christian, you're going to see here on this replay a good job to get the ball inside. That's a great job. When you're trying to disrupt that 2-3 defense, get the ball inside, you find that easy kick out, and boom, Jamie Custer says, I'll add 3 points to my point total.
And when these teams start playing fast, you see the ball being brought up the court here, you know, you're passing around, everyone's looking for somewhere to go. Strickland was in duress and looks to her point guard to get the ball back into control. As she passes the ball to Ella Kirby, Kirby was lagging behind there and was crossing the half-court line. It was a very close call, but nonetheless, an over and back. And with 4:27 to play in this third, right now, the deficit's cut to 4.
Yeah, going back there to Katie Strickland, she did a good job right there in that press. Good job staying in the middle of the floor. The ball ended up finding her. That press is the same way as that 2-3 defense. If you can get the ball inside, you can really start to break down those defenses. Unfortunately, as you said, pressure quickly closed in on Strickland. Maybe a little bit of a panic for that senior post player. She's got to make sure that she takes a breath, keep her head, understand where she's at on the floor, because turnovers can be a factor here as Worthington Christian has cut it to a 4-point deficit.
4-point lead for the Titans. 4:27 to play in the third. Jamie Custer inbounding the ball. She finds Woodfin. Back to Custer. Custer looking for a lane. It'd be great if she can get it into the paint once again and pop back out for a 3. If that's how they're going to play it, they'll be in good shape. Woodfin searches. Back to Custer. Custer working off the screen. Can't find anywhere to go. She's at the top. Into the hands of Woodfin. Now, back to Custer. 3. And this one won't go. A lot of big bodies in the middle. Was Gracie Ashley with Strickland at her back. And
look at the
Ashley
hands.
Unable to bring that ball up the floor. Jamie Custer swiping at the basketball.
Jamie Custer just not stopping, always relentless. Look, from one end of the floor, traces her and stays with her all the way to the other side of the court.
And now it's Woodfin there getting her hands on it as well. So if they're able to keep playing where they need to be and getting in position, and these passes are not lackluster. The Titans are throwing good passes in places, the only places where their players can get the ball, but somehow, some way, Worthington Christian is finding it deep within their being to get their hands on those balls.
And that's one of the things is they know, Notre Dame knows that they're doing the things right. But when you're a team like Worthington Christian who actively applies pressure, is always in the face, always trying to be disruptive, the things that you do right can sometimes cause you to get a little flustered. It's hard to see when teams are moving that fast, the kind of defense and how Worthington Christian is reacting to those passes.
And right now, this is about a 40-second possession so far just for the Titans. And that time, Annabelle Ball cannot get it to fall. Woodfin, pull up, 3. Woodfin. It won't go. Deep rebound, and it's Gracie Ashley going to go coast to coast. And she's fouled during the act of shooting. Looks like that'll be charged to Isabel Rogers, so she'll go to the line to shoot too. Gracie Ashley at the line.
Yeah, that one is going to go on Isabel Rogers, picking up her second.
Isabel Rogers, the sophomore player. And as I've got an updated roster here, there are 3 Custers as Gracie Ashley knocks down the first with 2 free throws. We've got an Abby Custer that's a freshman, a 5'8" forward. And you have Jamie Custer, the guard you've been seeing, the senior. Gracie Ashley knocks down her second. And then we've got the other Custer, Mandy Custer. And she's a 5'9" forward. She's the sophomore.
Potentially
so a
also
lot of Custer.
Potentially a lot of relations here on this squad, and you know, having some already kind of chemistry since the beginning of your life, that definitely helps a team
Worthington Christian trying to fan their way back in it. Jamie Custer pulls up, and this one is off to the left. She may have had her shot interrupted on the pull-up.
And we see for Notre Dame, and number 24, Kaylin Darden check in. Seen in that second quarter, she hobbled off of the court, but it looks like she is out there and she's going to be all right.
Back and in good shape, so Darden will give it back to Gracie Ashley. And Ashley finds ball.
Good ball movement there.
Yep. Darden driving, gonna pull this thing out. And Woodfin gets her hands on a ball, and now it's only her and another defender, Gracie Ashley. And Woodfin gets it up, and that's 2. The lead is back to only 4 for the Titans, but it looks like the momentum is swinging in the direction of the Warriors.
Well, and that goes back to what we were talking about a couple possessions ago there, Julian. The off-ball defenders for Worthington Christian doing a great job of reading the passes on the other side and jumping those passes quickly.
Annabelle Ball wanted that 3 so bad. She pulled it back down and gave it to Darden. Now Darden and Kirby just playing a little back and forth.
We talked in that second quarter, Notre Dame had a 10-2 run over Worthington Christian. So far in this third quarter, Gracie Ashley's 2 free throws are the only points that the Titans have.
Jamie Custer is going to be called for this foul. It's a shame. Getting handsy again. Most of the time it's been paying off for her, but this time she's going to be called for the reach, Seth.
Yeah, and she's going to pick up her third, and I don't think that's going to deter her from being the player that she has been so far in this game, as we're going to get a timeout here by Worthington Christian.
With a minute 22 to play in this third, you can clearly see that the Warriors are in control of this matchup right now, but hopefully Coach Payton's going to be able to wrangle back in all the Titans and let them know we've got to keep on playing. We've got to play our game. A lot of times what happens when one team starts to get momentum, they start playing at a high intensity level and start playing really fast. You want to start playing really fast. But if that's not your game, you can't go there.
Yeah, you have to understand, and that's one of the things, no matter what level you're at, whether it be middle school or professional, you got to understand your game. Don't try to do something that you're not accustomed to doing. I'm not saying you don't have to go out there and be a superstar, but players that understand their role and know how to contribute to a team can only make that team much more dangerous. If you have a great defender who comes out here and is chucking up 7-8 threes a game and not making any of them, or maybe making one, that's going to be really detrimental. So far, I think what we're going to see out of this timeout here by Notre Dame is that senior leadership come out here, say, hey, there's a minute 22 left in this quarter. Let's just focus on closing out a good third quarter heading into the final.
And close it out with the lead if they can. They're only up by 4 now, but this could all change very quickly. We'll see how much they were able to adjust during this last timeout. And they're going to keep this thing outside of the paint. Hard to get in now, and they have Strickland down low. Gracie Ashley's taking a breather. She's off the court, but instead, they got a great cut by Annabelle Bell, ball for 2. It's 28-22, lead now 6, under a minute to play in the third. Jamie Custer with the ball. Woodfin cuts across the floor. She's going to get open down in that corner, Seth. Keep your eye on it.
She's taken a few shots, and she's taken a few threes so far this game. She's got one in the stat book. See if she can potentially knock down another one here.
No look pass, Jamie Custer. It won't work. Woodfin. Can Woodfin see Peyton Rayleigh across? And she doesn't find her. Because Palin Ray, wearing number 23, was sitting all alone in the corner next to the Warriors bench. And she was asking for that basketball.
And a good job there by actually who you just mentioned, Palin Ray, to stop that fast break transition, stopping in front of the defender. And we've seen that in the first game, Julian. You turn around and all of a sudden there's somebody there. You get a little startled. It happens to the best of us.
Jamie Custer in control. Right outside of the perimeter. Top of the key. Now is Woodfin. Back to Custer. To Ray. They might try to get the last shot here. Palin Ray in the corner. They still have time. 8 seconds and ticking. Jamie Custer, 6 seconds now. Custer, top, give Woodfin. Woodfin for 3. It won't go, and this buzzer beats off. 28-22, the Titans will contain the lead in this third quarter, but only leading by 6. they're going to have a very pesky and very tough Warriors defense to battle off in the fourth. You're watching the battle in the 7-4-0 on Yamo Sports.
You'll never guess what we're doing to the Baconator. We're putting it...
pretzel bun? On the Baconator. Catherine, you seeing this?
Posters everywhere.
What?
The Baconator you love with a new pretzel twist. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new pretzel Baconator.
Football there. Football there. Football everywhere! What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
Huh. Okay, what if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he couldn't stop his body like a human, so he ends up trampling him, and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back, and he tramples him some more, and he's like, I'm so sorry, I'm a buffalo. I don't know my strength compared to you.
Wait, what?
Come on, ref, let the boys play.
Back at the battle in the 7-4-0 here at Shawnee State University's Waller Gymnasium in Portsmouth. We are excited to have you back here, Julian Jackson alongside Seth Donahoe for this basketball matchup between Worthington Christian Warriors and the Notre Dame of Portsmouth and the Titans. This game, 28-22. We're all in the fourth, playing everything's on the line right now. Jamie Custer to Woodfin. And Woodfin has this ball knocked away and into the hands of Strickland. Strickland, a force to be reckoned with, and as she has been all game long. That's one of their 6-foot players. Gracie Ashley, number 34, standing at 5'11". Titans doing a good job of rotating girls in and out. They have a deep bench. Darden to Ashley, to Kirby, and then to Ball. Kirby at the top, three-point bang, and it's gone.
What she's known for, knocking down those threes, and that one, nothing but net. Beautiful shot there by Kirby.
Woodfin trying to bring it back with one of her own, and it won't go. Not this time. It's 31-22. Not time to get crazy just yet. Woodfin with the steal and a two-point bucket that won't fall. And then Jamie Custer is fouled on the rebound, and the fouls reset, as you said earlier, Seth. So each quarter, and per OHSAA guidelines and rules, fouls now reset.
Yep, both teams are allowed up to 5 fouls per quarter. Once you get to the 5 fouls, it is a double bonus. And they do reset after each quarter. That's a beautiful three there by Kirby. Woodfin, again, on the other end here, she unfortunately missed that layup after a beautiful steal. I'm sure she wishes she could have that back.
I know she does. That was a great steal out of thin air. I mean, heck, she could play defensive back for most of the Division I teams in Central Ohio. I'll bet with that, just jumping up out of nowhere and picking off that pass. But yes, unable to finish. And now you're putting Titans in a position where they can play a little ball control and they can try to make it out of this game alive as they lead by 9.
Yeah, one of those big things we talked about, Julian, is in the second quarter, as Darden drives here to the basket, not able to get it in, but Gracie Ashley
doing it again and making it look easy. I've been saying it all game long, but that's what it is. She's a smooth player. And Darden goes in, the ball's off the mark, but Ashley's able to wrangle that ball in and get it up, and then she's also fouled. I believe that one was charged to Isabel Rogers.
Yep, Isabel Rogers is going to pick up her third foul. But back to what we were saying, Julian, it really took a toll for Worthington Christian there in the second quarter as they were on the lower end of a 10-2 run by Notre Dame. Now in that third quarter, the Warriors tried clawing their way back, had an 8-2 run for most of that third quarter. Instead holding Notre Dame to 4 points in that third quarter. So we have an interesting one to see. A game of runs in basketball is.
Yes, it's all a game of runs, and right now it is the Titans who are on theirs. We thought it was the Warriors, but after a timeout late in the third, it seemed like they've gotten themselves back together. Both of these teams extremely uncompetitive, as Woodfin now looking for a lane. They just don't have that size, and now you're going to be looking for more three-point opportunities as that clock continues to tick. Custer with nowhere to go, guarded tightly by Darden. I'm sure that she's a little gassed here, too, from having played so much of this contest.
Yeah, Jamie Custer has been all over the floor in this game. Her motor, her physicality, her athleticism has been one reason that they've been trying to stay close.
Ray looking for Custer. Custer's going to lose this ball out of bounds along the right wing. And it's a turnover, and it's going to go to the Titans now.
Good
see that tough defense from Ella Kirby.
Yeah, able to cause the disruption there for Jamie Custer, and expect that we're going to see a lot of that by this Notre Dame and Lady Titans squad here in this fourth quarter. Playing solid defense, trying to close out this game.
Ella Kirby just working the top of the key. Finds Darden, and they're going to keep on playing keep away here unless they really get a shot that they want. There's no reason to turn it over for no reason, and Ella Kirby's three will not fall this time. Back into the hands of Woodfin. Woodfin sees Jamie Curtis down in the corner, sees Ray down in the corner. Instead, from the free-point line, takes a shot, and it won't go. Gracie Ashley, rebound to Darden. Darden to Kirby. You don't want Kirby on that three-point line again. And Strickland has the ball stripped from her. Woodfin, she's not going to miss this one now. After that last one she had, it's 2-point. They cut this lead back down. Now it's 10, 4:13 to play in the final here in the battle of the 7-4-0 in Shawnee State University.
Yeah, just on that possession there for Notre Dame, getting the ball down the floor quickly, trying to force it inside to Katie Strickland, where she had two defenders on her, one on the help side in the middle of the paint. But a good job there by the Warriors to work around that post, get in front, get the turnover, and then as we've seen, Jamie Custer looking like Tom Brady out there. A beautiful pass right down the middle on the numbers to Woodfin.
And you see that several times, it only takes you a little while to get warmed up, but when she was throwing those passes earlier, those long baseball passes, you know, sometimes you think you really got it and sometimes you're not. Accuracy was just a little off earlier in the first half. She was throwing the ball over the head of several of her teammates, but now you find it, and hope it's not too little too late as they are trailing by 10 right now, but the Warriors could get back in it. Anything could happen. They do have a lot of very gifted shooters and players on this team, but just probably quite a bit younger than most. And as we're taking this break here from that full timeout, we've got, it'll be the Titans with the basketball, taking it out from under their own, or taking it out from the Warriors basket. And Gracie Ashley's looking for a teammate to pass it to. They're going full court on the press here, and Woodfin knocks the ball away. Possession stays with the Titans.
Yeah, going back to what you said about Jamie Custer, her in that first half, a couple errant passes with those long court passes, maybe a little high or just off the mark. And you've seen her into this fourth quarter. That hasn't stopped her before. That kind of tempo that she plays with and that kind of vision she plays with wasn't not going to slow her down.
Kaylin Darden battling now against Custer to Gracie Ashley. This ball's knocked away. They're fighting for it on the floor, and it's in Strickland's hands. It's going to be difficult if they're not going to keep passing the ball around. If they're going to play keep away here, time's ticking. It's under 4 minutes to play in the fourth. We're in the final frame. Darden to Kirby. Kirby shot fake, back to Darden. To Gracie Ashley.
Worthington Christian is trying to get the right defense set up here.
And a drive down on the inside, and the basket's good for Annabelle Ball.
Good patience there by the Titans, able to find a nice look inside.
Deep pass to Woodfin. Woodfin wants the three, sets up, gives it back to Jamie. And Custer won't let it fall. Elliot Kirby. I could see them playing a little bit more keep away as now we're under 3 minutes. Time is just streaming off of this clock right now. And down 12, there's not a lot the Warriors can do. Ill-advised pass, you got to capitalize on here. And maybe some picks, maybe some screens out there can assist with the Warriors getting a three-point shot up, but that's what they're going to have to start looking for, the three ball or some turnovers.
Well, we've seen Notre Dame in this 2-3 defense, and one thing that Worthington Christian has struggled is trying to get it inside. That's really how you break apart a zone defense.
Woodfin for three! That's exactly what they need, exactly what the doctor ordered, and now Coach is going to call a 30-second timeout, and Coach Aaron Davis has something to say.
Yeah, good job here by Woodfin finding the corner, finding the open space in the corner. Shot a few threes so far this game, is able to get that one to fall down, and that cuts the deficit here to single digits.
Well, and you can clearly see here that these players from this Warriors team are capable. Woodfin is most definitely, she looked down, saw that high school three-point line, and then took another step back to get behind the collegiate and said, not just for the gram, not just for the tape, but I'm doing it for the team. Okay, 3 points right now cuts that lead to 9.
Yeah, and that's what you need here. Is you see that zone defense, you see right there, Woodfin was able to cut into the middle of that zone on that far baseline. Now, she did end up receiving that pass as she was trailing out to the corner to behind the three-point line. But that's something that you need. You need those cuts. You need those passes inside of that zone, because in order to get those threes that they were looking for, or that they are looking for, they're going to have to do that and break it apart.
Now, I'd need to see another angle of that, but, Gracie Ashley had the ball poked away from her, and they said it was last off of a Warrior.
Great.
So instead, it looked like it could have very well been off of her shoe, but we're not out there. We're not in the stripes today. Kirby with the basketball. Left wing. Fires. Gracie Ashley. Navigating her way around. They're going to have to start fouling here shortly. Gracie Ashley has the ball knocked away from Jamie Custer.
Great job by Custer to get that backside block. Nothing but all ball. Get that weak stuff out of here.
And this pass thrown deep and far away. Too much pressure to hold it down. And Woodfin throws this ball over the head of teammate Isabel Rogers.
Go back here. Players diving on the ball. Gracie Ashley and Ball trying to get it together. Okay. You see Custer poke it out right there. So,
and I'm glad we got that angle. Thank you. Shout out to our production team, because I'm like, there's no way that could have happened. Well, let me tell you, it's fast hands. I don't know what they call Jamie Custer. I'm sure she's got all kind of cool nicknames, but Swiper. That's just Swiper. We'll take it back to some old, Dora the Explorer, swiper, no swiping. How many times do you think I had to tell her that when she was younger? Oh. I bet she's fouled out a lot in her career. But when it works, it works. And we've seen it work here more times than it has hurt her today.
Yeah, she's got the 3 fouls throughout the game, but that doesn't take away for – maybe she doesn't have all the steals there in the stat book, but if we were taking into account passes deflected – any other kind of stats, her volume for those defensive stats would be insanely high. You mentioned, and as I've mentioned as well, that's the kind of player that she is. Her motor runs at 100. She's not going to stop. They're down 9 right now, but even if they were up 9, she would be playing the exact same way.
Yep, Jamie Custer, the 5'6" senior guard. If you're watching this right now, it's definitely going to be someone you're going to want to recruit coming up, and that is if she's not already going somewhere to play softball. She's got a heck of an arm on her. All right, they're going to go ahead and start the fouling now and work their way into the bonus.
Mandy Custer picking up her first.
So now we're looking at just under 2 minutes, and another foul by Mandy Custer there. So they could work their way into the bonus and see what they can do. Send them into 1-1, and that'd be the best way to get the ball back, because otherwise the Titans are playing a lot of keep away, and that is not going to fare well for the clock.
So again, you guys see the fouls here that we are keeping track of on the scoreboard in the bottom left of our screen. Teams are allowed up to 5 fouls. That's when teams will start the double bonus. Before it was once they got to 7 fouls, it was the 1-1. 10 fouls is the double bonus. They've gone away with that. 5 fouls is a double bonus as Natalie Woodfin picks up her second foul. And those fouls are reset at the end of each quarter. So right now, Worthington Christian with 4 team fouls. They're going to try, as you said, to play that fouling game and see if they can't send somebody to the line, miss a couple free throws, and have a chance to come down and knock a couple shots down to try and make this interesting in the last 130.
And we'll see, with just 90 seconds to go, you're going to need a couple more fouls, as we're going to get one here by Palin Ray. And finally, we should have somebody, and it is. It's going to be Darden. Kaylin Darden, the junior, wearing number 24. She's going to the line, and she's going to shoot, they're saying 2.
Yes. And again,
They work
once
the
they
bonuses
get to the 5 fouls, it is an automatic double bonus.
Okay. Well, and we'll see exactly what has to happen here. I'm kind of more of a fan of the old 1-and-1s, but if that's all gone, I guess them missing one we'll just have to do.
How dare the OHSAA not talk to you about the rule change?
You know, I thought me and Tim Street had a really good relationship, but Tim, if you're watching right now, I'm sure you're too busy, but, you know, I just thought, you know, you give me a heads up, but I guess I've not been in the loop. Jamie Custer, deep down under. She gets her own rebound almost and can't keep it up. We're going to get a jump ball.
Scrum there on the floor in favor of Notre Dame Titans.
And this one just falling away. Minute 19 to play. The lead's 10 for the Titans. Gracie Ashley will take this ball out. And Seth, I want you to keep on thinking about that solid brick player of the game. I know we already had somebody in mind, and really just depending on the winning team, unless it was an outstanding performance, I'm looking forward to seeing who gets nominated for this one. And you can catch all of the solid brick player of the game interviews after the slate of games today. And those are going to be on Yamo Sports, or Yamo Media on Twitter, as well as Yamo Media 614 on Instagram. All those will be posted later on. Game number 1's solid brick player went to Emily Bratton.
Senior guard commit to Miami of Ohio, had 26 points in that first game, 11 in the first quarter.
11 in the first quarter, wow.
She was quite the athlete to watch, able to drive into the paint, fading away from the basket and to the side, be able to shoot that shot with confidence and strength. Yeah, she definitely deserved that solid brick player of the game in our game 1.
Jamie Custer, good dish down into the center, and can't be handled any longer. Ball's knocked away from Brooke Winfrey, as on the other side it was Annabelle Ball who went 1 for 2 from the free throw line. So the lead is back to 11 for the Titans. And Winfrey's at the line, and she's going to shoot 2.
Yeah, and I think with Brooke Winfrey, you know, she's a junior this year. I think with her size, and be able to use her a little bit more. You know, you have the likes of Jamie Custer, Natalie Woodfin out there as those guards. It's nice to have somebody on the inside as well to take a little bit of pressure off of them. Brooke Winfrey could be that person. She's a junior this year. She's got the height. She's got the, you know, the length. That's something good that you want to have as those post players. It just doesn't seem like that she has been potentially used enough that she could be. But again, the season is early. Players are still getting their feet a little wet. I mean, Worthington Christian and most of these teams today only with a couple games under their belt so far this season. But Worthington Christian, they're coming off of a 24-2 record last season. So even losing this game, you lose a game like this to Notre Dame, who the success they've had, especially over the past 10 or so, 8 to 10 years, you can only take so much that you've learned from this game and use that to make yourself better here coming up for the rest of this season.
That's right, Seth. And this is what this is about. It's early on in the season. Make all your mistakes right now and don't take it to heart, but definitely review the film, review the tape. See, went down there, we gave it our best shot. This game is not getting you to the state championship. It's not even getting you to the state tournament. So do what you have to do right here and just learn from it and progress. And this is going to be a team here in Worthington Christian and the Warriors that is going to be a team to watch down the stretch in their league. They're in the Buckeye Valley Conference, and they've got a really tough schedule ahead of them this year. But building off of games like this with Portsmouth Notre Dame and the Titans, these are the kind of matchups you want early on in the season. You want to come down, you want to compete, and you want to go home healthy. That's the bottom line. And as the time ticks down to 0, it's Gracie Ashley who's dribbling this one out. And this contest, the final, 40-27. Notre Dame of Portsmouth and the Titans over the Worthington Christian Warriors. And that's a 2-hour bus ride home at the least, Seth. But a great game played overall. That swing earlier on with Worthington Christian being up and having that lead, and now you're looking back at, what are you going to do? You're just going to go back and you're going to get better.
Exactly. That's all you can do after a showcase in a tournament like this. As you mentioned there in that last minute, don't take it, even though you lose this game for the Warriors, don't take it to heart. Don't take it personal. All you can do is go in there and say, hey, how many teams are we going to see like Portsmouth Notre Dame? Okay, as you mentioned, they do have a tough a tough schedule coming up here for this season. But Julian, that's only going to make this team so much better. They come in here and lose this game by 10 or 12. Could have been a lot closer, could have been a little bit more. So I think it's a good experience there for the Warriors and for the Notre Dame Lady Titans. It's good to come out here, stick with your game plan, find a way to get a win, and use some of that momentum to continue into the start of their season.
Yep, that's correct, Seth. Well, we got to get out of here on this one, get ready for the next game. So everyone stick around for our battle in the 740 as our next contest is Fairland versus Reynoldsburg Girls. Here set for 2 o'clock. We'll have, of course, the Solid Brick Player of the Game posted to Yamo Media on Twitter and Yamo Media 614 on Instagram. We're looking forward to seeing you back for our next contest. For now, I'm Julian Jackson alongside Seth Donahoe. You're watching the Battle in the 740 at Shawnee State University.
boys is out here getting it. I'm sorry, man. Hold up. You're a football player, man. We talking basketball. My fault.
Hold up, bro.
They out here.
Man, I made all city balling. For Beechcroft, man. Come on, man. You
Okay,
remember?
respect.
No.
Well, look, they out here balling today.
Balling.
Hey,
balling.
Now I'm gonna tell you, you know what they should be doing when they done when the game over and they done balling. You know what they should be doing?
Training, trying to get better so they can go to the next level.
No.
What you talking about, man?
Man, they should be listening to us.
Oh,
Every
okay.
Saturday morning, man, they should be listening to the Rick and
Reese
Reese Show
You
on
right.
Joy 107.1 FM.
Okay.
And then go get with your trainer at about 11.
I ain't gonna forgive you for saying I ain't no baller though.
Nah, it's all good, man. Super salute, man. They out here getting it in, man.
Yamo Media.
So, let's keep enjoying the game, man.
Yes, sir.
You'll never guess what we're doing to the Baconator. We're putting it.
Pretzel bun on the Baconator. Catherine, you seeing this?
Posters everywhere.
What?
The Baconator you love with a new pretzel twist. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new pretzel Baconator.
Football there. Football there. Football everywhere. What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
Huh. Okay, what if he hit him high?
Roughing the